Tony Rogers is my dad. He makes songs. And he had an idea to make a music video that's also a bold experiment to capture the essence of real human emotion on film.
I did not expect to start crying.
He knew he couldn't do it alone.
They came in, they had this fabulous song, a great concept to go with it.
It's based on an unpublished novel about a girl who's trying to reconnect with her father.
I was kind of thrown back how small the idea was and how ambitious it was at the same time. The idea...
It was a tiny, big idea.
It was a tiny, big idea.
We really were very strategic about how we were going to do this because it wasn't a simple thing.
At the end of the first meeting, it was like, okay, to-do list. Build magical wonderland.
Women of all ages agreed to participate.
There's lots of fun lights and music, like a party. I'm about to go into that door to shoot some sort of video.
I have no idea what it's about.
I just so much anxiety.
But what they didn't know is that we also invited their fathers to surprise each of them at the shoot with a heartfelt message.
So just want to let you know how much I love you. I think you're fantastic.
Well, first of all, that I love you very much, and so do I. You're the best.
Hey, I love you. I just love you with all my heart, and you're just the best thing that ever happened to me.
A brilliant machine called the Interrotron helped the ladies look right into the camera without seeing the camera. Instead, they saw their dads, live or in photos, on a TV screen.
So you walk into this beautiful room with a red velvet background.
It was dark with these kind of beautifully enchanting lights.
We basically told them this is going to be as simple as watching TV.
And then we would throw them a curveball and begin introducing images from their past. Family members, friends, dogs, historic moments in their lives.
Whatever we showed them on the TV screen, we captured their reactions to it.
As they're going on this emotional roller coaster, we switched to a live video feed.
Hey, Fran.
I thought that something was on the news. He was on the news on television. I'm like, what is my dad doing there?
We would actually have the men back in a room, and they would be able to hear what some of the men were saying. So you are, you know, the sun and the moon and the stars. You could just watch the faces of all the other men like, oh, no. Like, do I have to be like that when I get out there?
Come on, sing a song. My favorite one.
But then one after another, they would go in there and they would take it as an opportunity to share how much, you know, the woman meant to them.
It's almost as if these kind of emotions are under the surface every day, and we just need the opportunity to let them out and to tell people, you know what, I need to tell you right now exactly how important you are to me.
If they don't say it now, like they were never gonna say it.
Some dads were too far away to make the trip. Some aren't with us at all anymore. So the production team gathered recorded messages, old photos, other family members, anything that would help uncover the genuine feelings of our women toward the men who brought them into the world.
It was a crapshoot. We had 1 second to either get it or not.
This woman is going to stand in front of this camera on this spot, and there was a lot of pressure, and that really was something that we haven't done before.
It was almost like filming a live event.
We'd call a dad on his way in and say, what's your daughter's favorite song? Having it ready for a montage that's about to happen in a minute.
You never knew exactly what was going to happen.
One dad wound up singing in Hebrew this lullaby that he had sang to his daughter when she was a little baby. And she just, you know, she lost it.
There was lots of emotion that day, and lots of technical challenges too. For one thing, the dads had to hide until the right moment. Daddy, I didn't know you were going to be here. That meant separate entrances, separate bathrooms, even separate cameras.
And we literally told them, you know, you'll get a parking ticket if you go onto this street. Like, don't go on this street.
The crew used special software to slow the footage way down so we could witness the birth of emotions like never before.
I'm watching a woman who's seeing a picture of her father that she painted. Her father's not around any longer, and I'm watching what kind of effect that has on her, and I was just really surprised and overwhelmed that I was feeling those same emotions as she was feeling, and I never expected that to happen.
Just from hearing women's voices, I would start to break down in the bed.
I hope that when people watch it, that they have a reaction that was similar to mine, which is that they're just on a gut level moved by the emotion of it.
One that I found incredibly rewarding because these reactions are genuine and they're coming from real people that are really feeling them.
And I think what's going to happen is that when people sit with it, they start to slow down a little bit and they start to see what we see, which is that every single one of these women that came in, when you see them on screen, they're beautiful.
Sometimes life moves so fast, it's hard to see how much somebody loves you. In my dad's video, you can see it. I love my dad.